So I got a job as a consultant at PwC, PricewaterhouseCoopers, and I worked there for about a year. After a year, I started to get bored. Anybody start to get bored of your work, of your job? Just like me. Back then, I started to get bored because life was pretty much the same every day. I had to wake up every day at the same time, drove at the same route to the work, and back home at the same time. So 1 year for me, those time was enough. So I decided to quit that job and try to explore to other fields. I got a chance to apply a job to be an air stewardess, a cabin crew in Japan Airlines company. So I worked there in Japan Airlines as an air stewardess for about a year, and then I started to get bored again because everything was like the same, was kind of routine. And I came back to help my parents' business for about 2 years, and then I started to get bored. So I asked my parents to go and study an MBA. And when I was about to graduate to got a degree, an MBA degree, I got a chance to apply in the competition of New Anchor, one of the news anchor competition from in one of the very famous TV channels in Thailand. So I got a chance to work and to be involved in this industry, in news anchors industry too. Actually, all of my works are quite good looking, right? My previous work, my previous job. Actually, for about now, whenever I talk to anybody, new friends, talk about my previous job, a lot of them will tell me like, why did you quit that job? That job is very good, very cool, being a consultant is very cool, being an air stewardess is very cool, Why did you quit the job? It's a cool job, For me, I just thought to myself that, do I want to do the cool job or do I want to have a cool life? What about you guys? You want to do a cool job or have a cool life?
Cool life.
For me too. I just thought to myself, I don't want a cool job. I want to have cool life, because let me tell you a little bit story of my boss when I worked as a consultant. Since I was a first jobber back then, right? I was just a consultant at the lower level, so I would have a boss, a head team, who is the associate director of the company. She was a head of the team, and whenever she came to my desk and to ask me to do the job for her, she would walk like this. Every time when she came to my desk, and I was like, back then I was wondering what's wrong with her. But at first I didn't dare to ask, But after about 2 or 3 months, she talked to me that she had an office syndrome. Do you know office syndrome? It's a kind of sickness. Do you know? Have you ever heard about office syndrome before? Because she had to sit at the office for a very long hour. So she has a back pain, and it's a very, severe back pain. And she told me that she couldn't, this symptom couldn't be healed if she still worked as a consultant, if she still worked as this company. So after I joined PwC for about six months, she had to quit the job because of her sickness. Back then I was like, okay, when I saw my boss life, I was like, no matter how much I will get from this job, I want to quit, because I have to, because I just think that I wouldn't risk my health, for this job. So that's why after a year, I quit. And when I joined Japan Airlines as an air stewardess and cabin crew, Anybody want to be an air stewardess? Is it a dream job for any girls? Because in Thailand, a lot of girls dream to be an air stewardess. But I'm not sure if it's the same in Malaysia. What about you? Anybody? Are you awake? You sleeping right now? Okay. Actually, it's a very good job. Consultant is a good job. Air stewardess is a good job, but it's just not for me because I just believe that the lifespan, the timeline of being an air stewardess is very short. When you are on plane, you want to be served by a beautiful young lady or an old lady? Young or old? If you can choose, because I believe that if you go on the plane, you will want the young lady to serve you, right? Just thought, okay, if I'm getting old, if I get older, then the company would do something, of course, to get me out of the job, So I just thought, okay, this job is good, but it's just not for me for the long run. So after a year, then I quit because I want to have cool life, not cool job, okay? And so as I told you that after I quit being an air stewardess, I came back to help my parents' business for about 2 years. And doing business with my parents was, it's good, because my parents' business feed me and raise me to be me. But I just thought that, okay, but everything was very, very boring working with parents. Anybody work with your parents? Okay, because I have to fight with my parents like almost every day because they have the old thought of thinking, And for me, I want to change the company, to change their business, and we had a fight. So I just thought, okay, I just go and continue my study. And when I was about to graduate to get an MBA, I had a chance to be an exchange student to Paris, to France. And I was there for about 3 months for 1 quarter. And what I do is that I schedule my class to be only on Monday, and the rest of the week I travel. So it means that I have 3 months of traveling. So that's why I just thought, okay, because I thought to myself that was the last chance for me to, to spend my life like a kid. Because after I graduate, if I got an MBA, then that would be my real life. I have to take a lot of responsibility. So I just took that chance to travel a lot. And when I have 3 months of traveling, anybody used to have 3 months of traveling without working? Have you ever? You have to try. Then you would think that Amway is the best, Because when I had a chance to travel around for 3 months, and I just realized one day that, this is why God created us 2 eyes, 2 legs, to have us to travel around the world, not just travel from your workplace to your house. He doesn't create us legs just, to travel just your office and your house. He wants us to travel around the world. So this is the reason that when I got an MBA, I tried to look for a job, or I tried to look for business, like which business would be for me, because I don't want to go and work for the corporation anymore, and I didn't want to go back to help my parents' business. And I look around, and I see my sister. She was in Amway, and actually she's still being in Amway, okay? But back then she was a double diamond in Amway. And she got a life that I really want. So when I saw that my sister could have very good life from Amway, I decided to come back and rejoin Amway again. Would you please give a big round of applause to my upline founders, Crown Ambassador Star, Chris and Pam. Big round. Thank you. Actually, I joined Amway so many times. This is my third time. Anybody join Amway more than one time? Just like me? Okay. You're my friend. This is my third time of joining. You know, the first time that I joined, because that was when I was a first jobber in PwC. One of my college friends, she invited me to a marketing conference without telling me any detail. Just tell me that, okay, would you like to go with me to a marketing conference on Sunday? And I just went there. And I just realized that that conference was all about Amway. But luckily, I listened to the speakers very carefully. And in that conference, he talked about an income plan, a marketing plan, and I listened to him talking and explaining about income plan very carefully, so I understood. And I was interested in this business, and I joined. That was the first time that I joined, but I didn't do Amway at that time because I more focused on my first job. And when I was in that seminar, in that conference, after I came back home, I talked to my mother. I talked to my mom that, okay, I just went to the conference, Amway conference, and it was really good. What do you think my mom would say? What do you think my mom would say? Do you think that my mom would like, okay, go do Amway? Do you think so? No, sadly. She just told me like, I don't think that Amway is a good business. And if you want to do business, just come and help me because I have a lot of businesses for you to do. So I was like, okay. That was my first time. And I just didn't want to, make any agreement with my mother. I don't want to have any conflict, so that's why I didn't do. That was the first time. And the second time, because I started to get bored of being consultant. About a year later, a year and a half later, one of my college friends, another one, she's invite me. And we kind of close to each other because she worked at the PwC too. And her next is just next to me. She talked to me and about Amway, and I was like, oh, Amway was good. I remember Amway was good. And she asked me like, if I want to join Amway with her. I was like, okay, I want to know more about this business. And she invited me to the meeting. So I joined Amway the second time at that time. But the point is that when I quitted PwC as consultant, I was an air stewardess, right? So I didn't have a chance to go to the meeting or to the center that much. So I started to fade, started to sleep from Amway. I didn't really know myself at that time that, I already quit from Amway because I still use product, but I didn't do the business anymore because I didn't join the meeting. So when I joined this time, I really see the importance of the meeting. Do you see the importance of the meeting?
Yes.
This is the secret. If you want to be successful in this business, you have to come to the meeting. No meeting, no Amway. This is true. Yes. I like the way that you respond to me. Thank you very much. So, coming to the meeting is very important. You have to come to every meeting that your uplines have. Okay? So I started to fade from this business, and I quit it. But before I quit, I sponsored my sister. Okay, I sponsored my sister, And my sister, she was like, actually at first she didn't really, what is it? She didn't really like Amway. But when I asked her to the meeting, to come to the meeting to talk to the successful people, to successful persons, she was kind of like, okay, understand more of this business. So she decided to join the business. And she just worked along in this business, and I was an air stewardess, you know. She was in business, and I quit it already, and she's still doing the business, okay. Actually, when my sister firstly joined business, as I told you that my mother, she didn't really like Amway back then. And they have an agreement. They have a lot of conflicts back then. Do any of you that has some family members or friends that still, you know, don't want you to do this business? Can I see your hand? You know? My sister, even though she has a lot of conflict with my mom and my dad, she, you know, she was a kind of person who should be successful. Because even though she has to struggle, she has a lot of problems with my parents, she still thinks that Amway was the best for her and for her family. So she tried to manage, you know, even though, yeah, even though she knows that, okay, she knew that she had to, you know, face a lot of challenges in the family. She tried to manage herself that, okay, she tried to be successful more quickly, you know, and she thought that, okay, there's only one way to open my parents' heart is to be successful in this business. So she still worked hard, but try not to make an agreement. You know, she has a very good management to manage my parents. So when she was in business, she met her husband in this business, which is Chris. And back then, Chris was a founder's diamond in this business. And when they met each other in this business, they worked together until they became EDC. And when they became EDC, they invited my parents to the recognition. I'm not sure if you have any like recognition for the new pin that Amway will like have a very big recognition night like that. And my parents were invited to that recognition night, and they start to be open and open more. And my sisters, they move every year from EDC, another year founder EDC, another year double diamond, another year founder double diamond, another year triple diamond, another year founders triple diamond. Like every year until founders Craftbuster. So my parents had a chance to join every recognition night. Do you think they will be okay with Amway right now? Very okay. You know, very okay, because right now, if you come close to my parents, they will ask like, do you want to lose weight? Do you want to have a water purifier? Something like that, you know. So just be persistent, just like every guest today is talking about that. Be persistent is very important, you know. And how did I begin? Did you guys do something like this? Product demonstration? Yes. This is what I did since the beginning. I had to do the product demonstration and look at, you know, I have to carry all stuff. Do you have to carry all the stuff? Do you have the water pump? Do you have, you know, I have to carry all those stuff to everywhere. And it was not that cool, right? It was not that cool, right, this job? But as I told you, I don't want to have a cool job. I want to have a cool life. So that's why I just look over, you know, the image of this job. I look over that, what would I get after I do this kind of thing. And actually, now everything is easier, right? We work from anywhere. Do you work online? Do you use Zoom? Do you? Just like me? Because right now I work from anywhere. I don't work from home. I work from anywhere. Wherever I travel, I can work. I can have. I can do Amway anywhere that I go. And this is cool. Much cooler, right? Yes. And if you want to be successful, you have to begin from yourself. This is me. When I was pregnant, my first child was what I said, where I said at the time, very fat, right? And after I delivered my first child, this is the shape that I got after like 5 months and 6 months. Believe in your product, believe in body fit, right? Believe in it and trying to make a change from the product, then your business will be growing a lot. And this is the second child, and this is my shape after having a second child. Can you see? Is our product good? Very, very good, right? Okay. And right now, we can show ourselves online. Do you have Facebook? Do you any of you guys use social media? Can I see your hands, please? Oh, almost all of you, right? So we could do a lot more easier, a lot easier. So this is my Instagram. I have like a personal Instagram and an Instagram, the more professional, talking about weight loss, because in Thailand we focus more on the weight loss business, because we can show ourselves, and anybody that interested to lose weight, they will come and ask us, and how could I lose weight, something like that. So it's easier for us to do. And this is what I post on my social media, like almost every day. Even if any of you guys follow me, you will see that, okay, I make a post almost every day. Because what I think is that it's a free advertisement. It's all free. Why don't you use it? So I post every day. I post about my lifestyle, like how could I lose weight, and I do the reels, video clips, And this is my downline. Actually, have you ever heard an excuse from your prospect that they don't have time for this business? Anybody used to have, or if you guys have any prospect talking that no, they can't do Amway because they have no time. Anybody have something like this? Yeah. This is the case that weight loss business really opened my eyes, because my downline, her name is Cherry. She is a single mom who owns a business. She has her own business, and her business is very, very busy. She has to open her shop almost every day, just one day for her, that she will close her shop, just 1 day a year. And she has to open her shop around like 8 a.m. in the morning and close around 8 p.m. And when she came to this business because of the weight loss business, she came into this business because she wanted to lose weight. And at first she talked to me that she didn't have time, and she didn't have time, And back then I was like, okay, I understood that she didn't really have time. But I just, okay, you don't have to have time to do business, you just lose weight. And when she lose weight around 10 kilograms, a lot of people came and asked her how she could do it. And she started to be interested in this business. And this is how she came into this business, And I don't know how she could manage the time, but she could manage the time by herself after she see this business. And after She is interested in this business. She came into this business, and she used only like 2 years to become Founders Emerald. Okay, this is her shop, and this is her first trip. It's ALS here, right? What you call ALS. This is her first ALS trip, and she went there first time, first trip, and at that time she was already a Founders Emerald. Can you see that everything should begin from yourself? Everybody here in the room can have a better you. Do you believe that? Because a lot of people came to me like, I'm already thin. I'm already, very underweight already, right? I don't have anything to lose. I don't know how to do this business, the weight loss, because I'm so thin. But believe me, you can have a better you. If you're thin, you can be fit, right? You can have 11 lines, 6 packs. Could you do it? You can do it if you really want to do it, right? And just be persistent, because winners are not the ones who never fail, but they are the ones who never quit, right? So if you want to be a winner, just never quit and be persistent, especially if you want to do business via the social media. A lot of people, because I'm an Amway creators in Thailand, and I'm the first generation of Amway creators in Thailand. What I was taught is that if we want to be successful in the social media world, we have to be persistent. We have to post every day. We have to make a personal branding, and to be able to make a personal branding, you have to present yourself every day. So if you want to use your social media to be more effective, in this business, you have to do it every day. And as I told you, that is free, and it doesn't waste that much of your time. Just a few minutes, and then you click post, right? So, what I got from this business, a first-class lifestyle forever. This is my first trip. When I worked I became an emerald after I joined this business for 2 years, and this is my first trip to Guilin, to China, and then I went to LA and Vegas. This is our trip to Asian Cruise, and this is the first trip as an EDC. Back then, when we was an EDC, my husband, he just only 28, and he was 28, and we qualified EDC because I'm a little older than him. So we qualified EDC before we reached 30. Anybody under 30 right now? Under 30? Oh, you can be a diamond at EDC. Just clap for yourself. Okay? And this is our life before 30. We can have our own life, and we are so proud of ourselves. We can have a very good life by our own. And this is Switzerland, and this is a trip to Venice, to Italy. Anybody love traveling? Anybody just like me, And to travel with Amway is very special, because Amway will provide you all the special stuff, all the special things that you couldn't find it by yourself, And this is the trip that you go to Iceland. And I've heard that you will go to Osaka next year, right? Anybody wants to go to Osaka? Okay, do you think that you can go? You have to believe to yourself first, okay? If you don't believe to yourself, then no one can help you. Have you ever heard that? You have to believe to yourself first that you can do it, and you can do it, okay? And this is a trip to Poland. Okay, this is a diamond trip to Poland. Okay, and this is a trip to Hawaii. We just went there last year.
don't live the same 75 times. Don't live the same year 75 times and call it a life, right? So just trying to be, persistent and what I say, don't quit. Because once when you are successful in business, you will have this kind of life forever. Okay? And what money can buy, actually I like the money in this business, but what I like more is other things that this business can give me. They give me a very good friends. Do you think that we have good friends in this business?
Yes.
All friends in here are very, very special friends because we talk about goals, we talk about life. Anybody or any friends out there? Do you have any friends out there talking about this? When you meet your friends out there, do they talk about goals, life goals, dreams? So when you are in this business, I love my friends in this business a lot, because we have the same goal, we have a very big dream, and we understand each other, right? And this is a life for each other, for others. When you are successful, you can be, more valuable to the world. Just like me today, I'm from Bangkok, but right now I'm standing in Kuala Lumpur and, talking to you, sharing to you. It's very special, right? And this is an event in Australia, and we achieved, this is the Achieve magazine. Do you have this magazine in Malaysia? Yes, and this is when we qualify for double diamond. And we also a diamond in Australia and New Zealand, so we also in the magazine too. Okay. And this is a recognition night that I talk about. I also have it myself, with my husband, and this is my parents, my mom and my dad. What money can buy is the most valuable thing in human life. Do you think so? The proud of your parents, when they know that you are successful. In whatever career, if you are successful, that your parent will be so proud. But in this business, will be more proud because when they were in this recognition night, I asked them to stand up and let all the people in the hall give them a big round of applause. So they were so proud. They were so proud of themselves and so proud of me, And this is what money can buy, right? And this is real international business. Thank you. We have business in a lot of countries. We have business in U.S., in Australia, New Zealand, and in Europe right now. And this is my team in US. I went there when I was pregnant. They have a baby shower for us. It means that we have friends all around the world. Very special. And this is the event in Europe. And this is my kids, my daughter and my son. What I really like about this business is that we have a very good time with our kids. This was last year. I took my son to enter into the summer course in Switzerland, and we all went there. Me, my husband's parents, my son and my daughter stay in Switzerland, stay in Europe for 1 month. 1 whole month, because my son, he went to summer course over there. So, and my daughter, because she was a little too young to go into a summer camp. So we took her around to Switzerland and, let her explore the city. So she had a very good time, and we also have a very good time, And this is, we went to Disneyland Paris, and this is my daughter. She really enjoyed the princess. Anybody have a little daughter like me? Do they like Little Princess? Yeah? Just like my daughter, she loves princess, you know. And this is my son. Actually, my son is about 7 years old. He has been to Disneyland, almost all Disneyland in the world already, you know, so he could have a chance to travel around and explore the world. And this is Tokyo Disneyland in Japan. We just went there in January. We stayed in the Mickey room, the Mickey suite room. They were very excited. All Mickeys in the room. Anybody like Mickey Mouse? I also like Mickey Mouse. Actually, a lot of people, when I talk about this, you know, taking my kids to this and there, they would say that, oh, why did you have to take them over there? Because they're still too young. They're not gonna remember anything. You know, I would say that I know that they may not remember anything when they grow up, but I remember. You know, it's not a memory of them, but it's a memory of us. So this is why I try to like take them around the world, like to explore the world, because it's better for your eyes to see, you know, more than just reading. Okay, and I love Amway business because it gives us a lot of precious time with our loved one. My son and my daughter, right now they are studying in international school in Thailand, one of the very expensive international school in Thailand. And they have a lot of like festival, you know, because the international school, they will have festival of Chinese, festival of Thai, festival of like American. So a lot of events, a lot of festivals. And luckily that I'm doing Amway. We are doing Amway business. We can be there with them every event that school has, you know. So every moment with the loved ones. This is what I really want from this business. And if you want to be the part of 100%, you must be prepared to do what others 99% do not. Do you agree with that? A life like this is very special, right? Is it special for you? Is it special? Yeah. To be successful in this business, you have a life that, you know, very, very special. So be prepared for what other people don't do if you want to have a life that other people don't have, okay? So what I recommend you is that if you want to be successful, I've heard that within 2 years there will be a lot more diamonds in this group, right? Who will be a diamond in 2025? Who will sit at the front row? Who? Can you scream? Can you like make a loud noise that you will be a diamond? Okay. Because if you want to be a diamond, if you want to be a higher bid, you have to be very, very excited. Do you think that excitement is very important? Yes. Very, very important. You know, you have to be so fired up because you have to be more fired up than you can fire other people up, right? If you don't have any fire, how can you fire up other people, right? So you have to be the fire, okay? So be excited because you're gonna have a very, very special life in 2 years, within 2 years, okay? So set a goal and write down the plan because nobody ever wrote down a plan to be broke, fat, lazy, or stupid. Those things are what happen when you don't have a plan. If you want to be successful, just set a goal, have a plan, and talk to your upline because they are the compass of your business. If you want to be a diamond, you have to talk to your diamond. Like after this session, not today because it's too late, right? Like tomorrow, after tomorrow's session, you have to go to your upline and just tell them and talk to them that you want to be a diamond within 2 years. How should I do it? You know, and set a plan with them. I believe that if you stick with the plan, if you stick with the goal, you can be a diamond within 2 years, of course. Okay? And we always use the word, I'll do this later, because we always think that we can live forever. Do you always use this word? I'll do this later, to be like diamond, okay? Not now, not now. I can do it later. Why do you use this word? Because you think that you will live forever, right? Are we gonna live forever? No, right? And we don't know. We don't know how long we're gonna live. So don't use this word that much because time's running up. You know, 2 years will pass, no matter you will do this business or not, right? 5 years will pass, no matter you do this business or not. You will get older, and so as your loved one, your parents, your mother, your father. If you want them to be or to have a good life, you have to be the one who sacrifice your time right now, okay? And tell yourself every day, this is what I tell myself every day when I see myself in the mirror that I can do it too. When I see the Crown Buster or the FC, when they have a lot of people coming up into the meeting, like thousands and thousands, I would talk to myself every time that I can do it too, because they're human. I'm also a human, right? We have 2 eyes, 2 ears, 2 legs, 2 arms, then we can do it too. Do you think so?
Yes.
Can you do it every day? Can you talk to yourself? Then you can do it too.
Yes.
Wake up every morning, talk to yourself that I can do it too. If they can do it,
Can do it too.
if they can do it.
I can do it too.
And last one, you are the chooser. You are a chooser of your life. You know, a life that you already have right now is a life that you already chose, right? You have chosen to be, a teacher. You have chosen to be a doctor. You've chosen to be, what would you have? What do you do? Accountant, right? You are the chooser of your life. Actually, you can choose to be anybody in the world. Anything that you want to do, you can do it because you are the controller of your life, okay? So if you can choose to do anything that you can, that you want, I believe that you can be a diamond and you can choose to be anything in Amway too, okay? And I wish you a very good luck. I wish you have a very good focus, you know, and I wish you to be a diamond and above in 2025. All of you, I will see you in 870. Thank you very much and good night.
Thank you.